Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RGN. Again, we're here for Group C of our closed qualifier for the Pro Series 2016. Again, this is a lower bracket round 1 match. One of these teams is going home. Well, I guess it's an online match, so they stay home or wherever they're at. But still, they're going to drop out, so not a fun situation.
Right.
Moving into overpass.
Take a seat. I'm already sitting.
I'm already sitting. Yeah, exactly. It's like the most thing to say. Like you can even create that little like emote with your keyboard where it's like a chair and you have someone like sitting in it. I think that's one of the best taunting emotes. But anyhow, forward. We'll see Euronics on the T side again. This is their map choice, so we'll see if they can come out guns a-blazing. We've got David as the raid boss, so he's got Tech 9 and armor, and alternate doing a decent job spotting this pressure. They've got a player Kiev committing towards long. Of course, it's Kiev, as he was very frag hungry in the last match, or last map rather, and he did quite well. So we'll see if we can follow it up, as they have smoked forward towards long, so that'll allow for an approach. Well, Threeman goes down, so not a good start.
Oh man, they're getting flanked from Fountain. That should be the round right there, unless Searson, he wasn't looking so hot in the map before, and he's really struggling here. Okay.
Oh, let's go, Searson.
There, he's back. Starting the match out that way. What was he? He's like 2 frags, 14 rounds in or something like that. He's back.
Yeah. No, he's leading the scoreboard. he's on top at the moment. He's like, that's what's up, guys. No big deal. He looked a little sketchy for a moment there, but he did complete the frags, and we got 4. We got the quad UMP, classic CT side strat here. As I'd like to see just 5 UMPs. One time, at some point, I'll be graced with that presence, but
just a pleasant sounding weapon. You got 5 of them.
5 UMPs.
It's not too obnoxious, like an op blasting away.
Yeah, definitely.
They're
Easy on the ears.
Up long though, and 2 smokes. Maybe a bomb plants out of this, but with 3 members of alternate just about to be here, decent damage on with the nade. Obviously, main objective is the plant. If they can find some entries, they might be in business, but so far completely denied, and the take even a bit staggered.
You know, we'll see 3 players still alive for the T side, and all of a sudden they have the player advantage. I did not see that coming. Searson gonna dive through the smoke, and him and Zizian combined to create a 2-on-1. Threeman has 4 hit points, so gotta believe he's gonna try and stay hidden. Backs away from the fire and the flames, and he does take down Tizian. So now 1v1, Searson. Can you make it work when no one else is here to help?
Oh,
that is the challenge. He misses all of the shots. He does not have a kit. He'll drop another smoke. Some spam coming in from Threeson, and there is plenty of time for that defuse to come in. So there we go. He picks up the 1v1, but very expensive round there. And yeah, when you were stating that they had gotten split up towards long A, like as they were coming in, I believe that was there was a flash that Crispy throws from behind the bank truck. So it actually, like, he throws it at the floor, and it pops in a way that it bounces once and then lands in front of the bank truck. So this is literally off the map, but it basically blinds all the players coming in from long A. So try and avoid that. It's not going to happen. That was excellent, and we'll see if it provides that for us again. Again, Euronics, I don't think they recognized what hit them, as, like you had stated, fully split up, but they did bring it back, make it expensive at the very least, and we'll see a force buy follow-up.
Alternate the first gun round. They're playing Kiev with the op here, and really slow on the trigger. He had 2 potential victims, and the reason that's surprising me, if you're just joining us, Kiev was hitting constant mid-picks on Dust 2, on clean crosses when players were jumping. That's very fast. You gotta be super swift to hit that one. So he misses the first one here, but does back off. It's Searson. So his game so far, though, is now he's way above the rest of his squad at 5. Euronics is waiting to see if they could find an entry, and problem is they're heading into the op of Kiev, who he's been hot.
We'll see if they can smoke him off or push him off of this angle somehow. The smokes do rain in, and we'll see Kiev and Crispy. They're going to be caught behind the smoke. Kazuya's going to be towards the Optimus truck. They've got like this triangle-like crossfire, but with the smokes down, they're just going to spam through, and actually works out very, very well. So nice work discovering the plant positions, and David's able to take down Kiev, but in the end, alternate surviving the 3 and denying even the bomb plant in that situation. Not good for Euronics, as we see very low economy coming into this next one. So Force Buy does not pan out.
It's still really early, but 2 times now Euronics has been able to get up into that bathroom area or up long. And then alternate still win the duels. Often that could be the problem on your T side, is trying to get that bathroom area and prime yourself up to hit that A-bomb site. Haven't seen the B rush yet. We're not going to see it yet either, as Euronics do slow it down. Keep with the drive-by. Oh, that could have got even more messy for Euronics. At least they trade off, but of course, all they get out of that is an SMG. Alternate, they're getting real aggressive here. They're going to end this round quickly. Maybe Scrunk has something to say. Not going to happen. 2 for the investment. It could have been worse for Euronics, but they're looking for more.
2 frags in the round, like you'd stated. Not the end of the world, but they were hoping to get a little bit more damage dealt. The CTs still don't have a real foothold financially, so again, it's good that they at least found those 2 frags. You can see 3,700 on Crisby, and Kazuya is going to be floating a little bit as well, but otherwise, fairly broke. So Euronics still in this. If they can put this round on the board, they could find their way back in, and that's a good start. Kiev looking for the aggressive pick, and he does fall to David, so Euronics are going to work some players towards this fountain area. Only 2, the majority, or sorry, the bomb is there as well. It's going to be 3, and actually connector player coming up eventually as well, so scratch that, as Scrunk is on the lurk, and they are heavy towards this middle area. Crisby has found an edge in the smoke, and he's hanging out towards middle with Kazuya, so they've got a decent crossfire. Long A is completely open, so eventually they're going to fall off of this, or get more aggressive. One of the 2, and well, we can see 2 players on that CT side very tagged up. Kazuya falls, and Crisby's trying to get out of there, but caught with 20 hit points. He flashes in a way that he just decides to run right through the smoke, and again, this is looking like a bit of a fail round for the CT side, as they've tried to get aggressive, but failing on all fronts.
Tizian has gotten quite sneaky, though. He's pushed up inside of the bathrooms. He will hear that Euronics is not taking towards the A side, so now it's just a save. If he is allowed to do it, that is. So he'll meet with one of the players inside of the stairs, and yeah, alternate. They go for the opening pick with Kiev. It's not a bad play. I mean, he's been looking really strong with the yacht. Might as well go for it. It looks like he did get caught out through the smoke. And then they try to re-aggress towards the bathroom area in that 4-on-5 position, which the CTs will often do, but Euronics, they were hoping for that. They were ready for that. And the flash play through the smoke, it was creative. Like, he threw 2, one to blind himself a little bit, and the second one to push all the way through. But the flash would literally have to blind everybody, because he had no HP to trade with.
Yeah, I think there's 4 players again behind that smoke, so had to be perfectly placed. Unfortunately, couldn't hit it, and it will just be a single eco round here for the CT side. They buy a little bit into the round to give themselves a shot, but we'll see what they can get done. 3 players towards middle and A. Tizian is actually towards long A, but he's not looking to push up any further. First frag to Failser, and Otto will follow it up, so we'll see if they decide to aggress into this B bomb site. The smoke towards Monster dissipates, so it could do exactly that. Kazuya creeping up from short B. He's not going to push through. As we can see, he may have been able to find a timing to cut them off, but he's just going to hide out inside a short and hope that one of these players eventually commits to this real estate. And it's looking like he won't get a target, at least for now, as Threeman watches the flank and the rest are covering the bomb plant.
Yeah, I'll see Kiev probably go down to the op. Nope, Failser will miss. The D can fight at this range, but I don't know if he's going to get anything off of it, as Kazuya still on the short. Hoping that Euronics will exit. I mean, somebody's going to get a chance to play with the pistols here, depending on where Euronics do exit. Unless they all just go monster and completely ignore Kazuya. But the next gun round is what I'm curious about. There's a problem for alternate in the previous one, was giving up the entry frags. They tried to follow it up with some re-aggression. They get stuff there as well. So do they play a super tentative play on the A-bomb site? Something we haven't seen them do just yet, though, is go for the long double up. So there's still a lot of options for alternate, and all that went wrong in the past time was giving up the entries.
Good work from Euronics in that they've had 2 rounds in a row now that, well, for one, they've won, but 2, they've kept 5 alive in both, so their economy is immediately looking quite nice. And as alternate, they buy up on that CT side, they will be able to, or they will have to, rather, win 2 rounds in a row at the very least to force some sort of eco or force buy, so Euronics, they will commit heavily towards this B bomb site. Alternate with 2 players double peeking Monster. That was an interesting maneuver there from Searson and Tizian. And they actually receive a flash from their teammate. I believe that went up and over Monster, but Tizian and Searson, they're good for a couple. And actually, the hold is not bad at all. Creating a 2-on-2. David is very low as well.
Gonna go for the boosty too. He going up top, but he's gonna miss his shot. I don't know if you should stick around here. Strunk gonna get his chance. They still have an incendiary. Oh my, Keeve! 11 HP. He is so wounded. Now the HP it's pretty much even. Keeve wounds himself significantly, and David, he was tagged up earlier.
Now it's only Keeve, and it's looking like that Molotov that initially the placement of it just cut them off from going back towards heaven. But Keeve, I think when he fell off of that boost, he was white screened enough that it's not like he was like, oh, let's see how far I can get through this fire. I don't think he recognized it was there at all. So, well, that's going to be that. Euronics able to pick up another round. And the fact that they survived with 2, it's not the end of the world considering. Again, they've survived with 5 in the last 2 rounds. They already have a bank. So, at this point, just try to string rounds together and keep the CT's on the back foot, and that's exactly what they've done. That op stays in play, so silver lining for the CT side. And I feel like Overpass is one of those maps where you can get aggressive and find some picks and make it a reality to maybe win an eco with an op on the field. Again, eco outside of that op.
He's got the God spawn too.
At. So, yeah, that is a good spawn here for Fountain. So we'll see if he gets any attention.
Problem is, Euronics know this pick is coming 100%, but ooh, they run David across. Like the op in this spot is gonna get aggressive somewhere, especially because it's Keeve. And the guy was just crazy last time. Might get caught, but ooh, smooth moves in the squeaky door. There was a player trying to deny him the exit, but he was so fast opening and shutting that door. You know, that's the highlight of the round for me, Chad.
Right.
It was just so smooth.
MVP due to cyber athleticism. Keeve just working his way around the map. And, well, he has now peaked pretty much everywhere. He's actually gone all the way around. So, around the world strat from Keeve. He's peaked towards Fountain. He went down Connector. He went through Squeaky Door. He peaked towards Monster. He's now back up towards the A-bomb site. So, he's getting his step counter at its goal for the day. Mine's not there yet. Work on that after the cast.
Fitbit.
Right. Now, I just use, like, I've got a Samsung phone, so shut up. As, we've got that step counter built in, but anyhow, moving forward, we got Keeve. Still posted towards long A, and he's got the right idea. This is where a lot of attention is going to be placed. Scratch that, they're actually going to fake heavily. So, smokes rain into A. They're going to book it down Connector, and it's a free bomb site over at B.
And I think part of the reason we're not seeing alternate rotate in, it's like Euronics have shown that play before, and they've committed onto the A-bomb site with it, and they've also faked off of it. So it's not like there's a consistency about what happens after those initial smokes are thrown. So I'm liking that from Euronics, and if they can avoid giving up entry frags and get that bathroom control, I mean, it's more or less strat masking from them. If the play looks the same to the CTs when the execution is made and you can't get any pre-rotates off, like you're doing something right on the T side, and I don't think a lot of teams do that enough anymore, as everybody dies on alternate. And I think Searson, he'll hang on to the op, so that's more utility for Keeve in the next. And Euronics looking pretty strong. At what point do we favor them? We're getting there.
Yeah, heads up play there from David. He was actually in T-spawn anticipating that they would try and play exits towards T-spawn, so they kind of show up looking towards the B-bomb site, and the first play was Keeve to go down with that AWP, and David just keeps spraying and finds 3, so nice work there. The op does make it through, excuse me, to the next round. Searson picks it up and brings it back to Keeve, and they have another chance here on a rifle round, but 4-4, as it has evened up, and definitely Euronics gotta be feeling much better about this matchup here. Kyiv getting aggressive into that
So
playground
deep.
area. And he's traded off by Failzer, so nice work there, but the trades go back and forth. It will be 4-on-3. Crisby able to get out. So we'll see if Euronics can come back here. They've got Skrunk posted on Cat towards B, just at the sandbags, and that can be a position where, with a player advantage, if alternate decide to get aggressive for some reason, which, to be fair, they shouldn't, but they decide to, could be the end of days. Skrunk will be flushed out with a Molotov, so that is, that's super unfortunate. I wonder if they just jump peeked that location and saw him, or what? I'm uncertain.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, because is it worth the 600 to clear that area if you haven't seen anybody there before? Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they would have had knowledge of his whereabouts. Otherwise, I don't know if there's enough reason to. The Crisby, he has pulled a nade inside of the bathroom area. I don't think he's going to be able to retreat, but he does have Kazuya at his back. And I just got to highlight how aggressive that Kyiv got at the start of the round. Like, it's not like he just peeked Fountain. He peeking from Fountain, walked up the stairs, and then peeked into Long. And then tried to re-peek down into the stairs again when there was an opera there. And there's no limits to this guy's aggression. As Crisby, he's made his way behind everybody. Sneaky little move. They don't expect that. His teammate will fall. The Euronics definitely don't want to go down after the clock, so they make the move. Alternate surviving with 3, but this is still a big chance for Euronics. Like, yeah, they gave up a round, but they can regain that momentum if they could just win this one.
We'll see how this next one pans out. Again, plenty of money on the T side. As we'll see that up back in play. Full utility and still enough money to honestly buy in another round. So, quite the luxury they've built up. And considering that was just 4 rounds in a row, we've seen time and time again where teams will get 6, 7, 8 rounds in a row and still have a bit of a rocky economy. So, good work for the T front. But, of course, if they just continue to lose rounds, then doesn't pay off as much, obviously, but maybe they can at least keep the rounds close. We'll see. As they move forward, they are pushing up middle and the connector area. Skrunk and Threeman shoulder to shoulder. So no presence towards B at all. And we'll see if alternate can figure this out. Kyiv is aggressively peeking through Monster right now, so bit of intel that he doesn't spot anything. Eventually, Skrunk makes his way to Squeaky, and Threeman with a nade towards Toxic. Not effective, as no one is playing from that real estate, but the presence towards short, we'll see what they decide to do with it. They have 3 players towards long A, so looks like that was just a bit of attention towards B to keep the CTs honest, but Searson is pushed all the way through towards connector, so that's a lot of information in itself.
Yeah, and he's going to take the duel with Skrunk, wins it. Euronics just about to execute on into this A bomb site. Crisby and Kazuya are here, the op of Kyiv, still not on the scene, and the rotate. It'll take quite a bit of time, but Euronics, they need to start moving their way up long, and soon David will find the entry, and the smokes are good, so we will see the plant. But good utility for alternate to retake from, and it's going to be an honest retake. No flanks, nothing like that. They're just going to have to make their way out of bank. I don't know where Kyiv found that frag from. Might have been a boost or something. But 3 players remaining for Euronics. A little more damage done by Kyiv, but they do have that bathroom position on lockdown.
Felzer with this close-range AWP.
What?
Kyiv is just taking down player after player. Through the wall there, Threeman, he's now all alone, and they're already sticking the bomb. He cannot find the correct angle to fire through. And, well, he'll at the very least... No, he's not going to escape, so thought maybe he would be able to find that. But we'll see 2 rounds in a row now for alternate. And, again, good enough for another buy for Euronics. Of course, they get the bomb plant as well, but we'll see. Dot problem being called, so technical issue for the CT side. We'll get them to figure that out before moving forward. But again, a nice hold there for the CT front, and that was awesome on the fly play from the CT side. Again, Kyiv was getting boosted towards the bank truck, up and over a smoke. He got a frag and he tagged Skrunk through, utilizing that boost, and then eventually that frag through the wall. Just nutty stuff from Kyiv.
It wasn't like it was a shot through the wall where it just clipped the wall and it just went through it a little bit. It was a deep spam into bathroom with the op. I haven't even seen somebody get fragged like that in a very long time. And Kyiv just showing all sorts of different looks with the op. He gets aggressive at the start of the round, shows his op on top of the balloons area. Then, since Euronics aren't going quickly with their strategies at all, Kiev knows, and the rotation is called, that he can shift towards the other bomb site. So if Euronics is planning on taking into the site or avoiding the op, now alternate is using the time that Euronics is giving them to move that op all about. So you're never really going to know where the op of Kiev is going to be. And if you're going to give him that time, he'll definitely take it.
So it looks like the resume has been called, at least... Oh, it's on the Euronics side. Of course, the side who called it was alternate. So we'll see what the problem is. I think Kazuya was just taking a moment to buy and get his stuff sorted out. But he looks like he should be good to go in a moment. So again, if you're just joining us, map number 1 did go the way of alternate. It was their map choice in Dust 2. This is Euronics map choice, and we will have cash as a third if required, which it's interesting. I believe we had cash as a third yesterday as well, and that's just not what we're used to seeing at all. If we see cash, it's usually one of the first 2 maps. It's usually a pick from one of the teams, so I'm liking the order that we're getting these maps in. We had Train for a first map yesterday. Again, just liking what we're seeing, Laser, as we move forward into the next round. Some more overpass underway, as we'll see Kiev get very aggressive down into the connector, and Freeman makes it in quickly enough that he's got an off angle, but Kiev, he's on wheels. He peeked for a moment, gets out of there as he's back towards A middle.
He's a wild man. You don't know where this op is going to be. What happened over at B, though? Skrunk handling the push of alternate, and then Crispy will follow. So suddenly, just Searson and Kiev, alternate, going for the aggressive play down short. That's a dangerous one. That gets them punished, and it's not like they're in an economic spot where they can go for those kind of plays without, like, economic repercussions. There's definitely some. If they drop this round after that aggressive play, their next buy is going to be hurting, and there's still a chance for Euronics to come out on top this half. Searson does have a good spot. Freeman, he knows. Smoke goes down, and Keith, is he going to do it? Chad, he's crazy. He's doing it.
He's diving down from heaven, and we'll see if he can find this frag here. Excellent jump onto the plywood, and he's going to be running forward. Finds the first, but he's traded off.
And he pulled his op right after that. His plan was to spin around and blast the guy on short. How do you even go for that retake? Like, somebody put a leash on this guy.
Yeah, he's quite the wild man indeed. Kiev has been showing some crazy stuff for us. Not able to find the retake there, and that came down to more or less Skrunk with that double kill towards Catwalk. I didn't actually witness it, but it looked like they had lined up. So nice opportune play from him. He's actually 3-3-7, so putting himself a little bit higher on the scoreboard, but still not fragging too hard. Euronics on 5 rounds, it's not bad at all, and if they can win this one, that'll break the economy again, and that's when their half starts to look outstanding.
I'm just looking at Kiev, like, when is he going to get punished for this? Because it's constant, and he's moving around solo. He goes for the peak on the stairs, hangs around for quite some time, and now he's shifted his way all the way around long, and he's flanking with the op. The guy's nuts. His teammate will go down as he does. Oh, he's not going to be able to get out of here, though. Yeah, Kiev getting pinched in from long. And all that time that Kiev was pushing down long, Euronics was getting that sandwich inside of the bathroom. Sounds a little dirty, but Euronics going to go towards the B bomb site eventually. They do have one man to fake off of with Otto. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it to commit one guy onto the fake off of this, but now he'll just turn it into a flank as Euronics, they're not waiting for him.
Tizian has spotted out one player, and I think he heard a player coming up from short as well, so 2 guaranteed on this bomb site. And Kazuya will show up to play as well. David falls. Otto and Skrunk left to try and bring this round back in. Well, it's a 1v1. Crispy finds Otto, and he does find an M4A4, so giving himself a better shot, quite literally, as Skrunk baits him out, goes for said bait plant, and he's able to win the 1v1. So again, Skrunk finding 2 rounds in, or sorry, finding 2 kills in the previous round, and then winning a 1v1 clutch there. Excellent work. He's really coming alive.
Yeah, good to see it from old Skrunky. You've casted with him before too, right?
No, you know what?
You
I
never
think
did?
that every time that we've utilized him, I think I've been on another channel or something, and then he's joined you. I don't.
That
know,
sucks.
right?
I love Chad. He's a funny guy.
He is a very funny guy. So make sure you guys go and check out his stream. Again, he always tells me to shout out Eagle Gang, so if anybody is in the chat from that, yeah, no bias here, maybe a little, but see if he can continue. Again, he's having a decent performance here thus far, 5, 3, and 7.
Wait, I think all of his kills came from those past 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think he had 1 frag outside of the last 2 rounds, so...
Impact frags, Chad.
Exactly, right?
That's what you say when you're at the bottom of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
All impact frags. There's alternate. They got the aggressive play in the bathrooms. Or excuse me, at the lower stairs. And ooh, Threeman somehow comes out on top of that 2 versus 1. I don't know how he did that, but able to control that AK quite well. And Euronics are just going to take in the A bomb site, and this all stemmed from that aggressive play. And in the next round after that, it wasn't the greatest of buys from alternate. Euronics win that one too. Like, it was such a risky time in the match to go for that aggression, and we're seeing the reality of the punishment for it.
Yeah, Euronics, they're going to find their 7th round, and alternate, they have very little money. Tizian looking to save here, but that's not much of a silver lining. This is still a CT-sided map. Maybe not too CT-sided, but Euronics definitely putting the numbers they require on the board to bring it all the way home on the opposite half. Again, 3rd map will be cash if we require it. Alternate, we're able to pick up their map choice in Dust 2. So again, moving forward, you got to think Euronics are giving themselves their best shot. Tizian, again, surviving through the round. Euronics, they will not be hunting too hard here. And surviving with 4, they've got a great economy moving into these final couple rounds, whereas the CT's not the same. And with this low of money, it's almost even hard to debate to buy around this automatic rifle. Like, you'd like to buy into it so you get 2 chances rather than 1, but I guess to be fair, maybe Tizian can just go off and the rest can save.
I think it's just a little better to save in this one. I mean, it's not like they're desperately needing rounds. 6 on CT side of overpass. You don't want to see it moving into half number 2, but it's not like they have to just completely go for the force. Tizian been super deadly with this weapon. He's got the Skrunk's gun, part of the Eagle Gang. Brr. I'm not sure what noise he wants to be made there.
Eagles are very close featured, so
we got Euronics holding on to the bomb site. I mean, Crispy, you might just go ahead and save this AK. Yeah, I think that's the better option. So maximum now, it'll be 7 for alternate, and I think that's enough for them. I still think they have this one, just because of how strong the entries were the last game on Dust 2. And I think at the B-bomb site, the initial bursting, if they're a rushing type of team, they're gonna be effective there. Or if they go for that slow bathroom control, I think they're gonna have an advantage there too, and Kyiv over any op on Euronics.
So moving into the final round of the first half. Again, just to note some previous score lines. Alternate aTTaX, they played Copenhagen Wolves recently, or fairly recently, in this group, and Overpass was one of the maps they played on. Alternate aTTaX started on the CT side, and they were able to get 10 rounds. But as soon as they moved over to the T side, they picked up pistol, and they only allowed 1 round for the Wolves to pick up. So we'll see if their T side can be just as dominant here. As, of course, they're not going to be able to get 10 rounds, so they'll need to show up. But Euronics looking to find their 9th. And Kyiv, whereas his aggressive positioning, it's towards Monster, and Skrunk's able to take him down. So nice work, as we usually see a Felzer with that AWP. So Skrunk is making good use of it.
Now, last time, or whenever I'm casting Skrunk's game, I'm always worried when he picks up the op, because it's just, I don't know what it is. He never seems to do all that well for it, and oh no, he lost his gun, and there's no gun to pick up. You know, damn fool, Skrunk. I hope we caught that on stream. He threw his gun in spawn, and now he realizes his error. Like, he doesn't have one. Okay, he does find the AK eventually. Crisis averted.
Yeah, that could have been tragic indeed. But, well, he flashes out for his teammate, and that allows Threeman to peek from Squeaky. Takes down Searson. Tizian is still in that short construction area, though, and might be able to catch Skrunk off. Otto finds Crispy, but another flash rains in, and Skrunk and Threeman work together. So looking good here. Again, if that cohesion can transfer over to the CT front, that is the plan. It's Kazuya versus 4 as he's working from connector, and it's not looking good for him. He does find 3-man, but it's an A-bomb site play.
Kazuya. I'm calling him KZY and KZ forever. Glad we got that cleared up. Because there's no way that I could infer that by looking at his name. So he's looking at the B-bomb site, and I hope he realizes the bomb's not here just yet. But he's definitely clearing it like he's trying to retake that B-bomb site. But he'll go down, Euronics with 9, and that's pretty good. They handled the aggression of Kyiv nicely. We did see it sometimes work out in Kyiv's favor, but I expected it to be way more devastating than it actually was. And it's not like they ever convinced Kyiv to stop peeking. He kept peeking, but there just wasn't much consequence for it, at least for the Euronics side. They weren't giving him too many entries.
So here we go, moving into the second half. Alternate certainly want to pick up the pistol round and see what they can get done on this T front, but Euronics, they don't want to allow any kind of momentum to go over to alternate, as again, they've proven that they have a decent T side if allowed to get that ball rolling, but we'll see if that's going to be the case. As I do want to let you guys know, we still have that Enermax giveaway going on, so about $500 worth of hardware. Definitely check it out. There's a link right below our stream, or right below our channel, rather, or you can go to giveaway.gorgn.me. So make sure you guys check that out. Giveaway will be done on the 17th of June. But here we go. Alternate aTTaX. They will be heading towards this B-bomb site, and you can see Kazuya with the utility. See if they're able to use it here even. Scrunk and Otto coming alive, and they will shut this down completely. Frisbee creates a 1v3, but Scrunk, super impactful. 3 frags in the round, and the pistol round's shut down for the CTs.
It's a risky but very powerful pistol round from Euronics to do that. They went 2 on the stairs, 2 pushing down short B. Now, obviously, a strong pistol round from the T's that's been a lot popularized is just to go a ton of your players out long and fast. That's the hard counter to that strat. But Euronics, they have the hard counter there, because the moment the engagement is made with the short players, then the players peek out from the door, and that's a way different angle to try to take from. So nice play by Euronics. Maybe some homework done there, or maybe just a bit of luck.
So we talk about surprise buys quite often. This is a surprise save in my eyes. We did not see a bomb plan in the first round.
Surprise save. I like
right?
it.
Like, you don't see those too often, but this is what we used to see in standard Counter-Strike. But usually at this point, if you do not get a bomb plan in the first, you buy in the second round because, well, on the T side, it's a little bit more inexpensive to buy. So they do have a dot pause coming in. Maybe Kazuya's having a problem here. I really have no idea. He is currently staring at a wall towards T-spawn with the bomb, so it could be the case.
Worst.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to team kill him if they want this bomb. Tizian's like, do I take his life? The
Your
doctor
life
said
is
he's
in
brain
my
dead.
hand. Pull the plug, Chad.
Right.
I don't think they're going to do it.
He's a vegetable. Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much reason not to anymore. Like before, right. You didn't want to give up.
You used to lose like
400.
Right. Exactly.
It was like a whole buy. Like, it's crazy how I kind of like the fact that it's gone, but back in the day, like team kills, it wasn't just like comedy and like happenstance. There was serious repercussions. They're gonna leave him alive. All right. Eventually, does disconnect just in time to avoid giving more money into Scrunk. Just a very minor detail there, but a little less for Scrunky.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait for their player to join back into the server. I'm uncertain as to what they're thanking Scrunk for. They're like, thanks for getting all that money. Thanks for killing us. We appreciate it. He's like, not a problem. Anytime. As he at the very least did not get that 5th player who disconnected. Again, Kazuya will have to get him back. I'm uncertain as to what happened there, as I cannot read German. There was once upon a time where I took German class in high school, but yeah, not a lot of that has stuck with me.
I was forced to take, not forced, but I did a Spanish class, but people already assumed that I speak Spanish, but I look like I do, but I don't at all. And yeah, I feel like some people look at me a little wrong, because
that's fair.
I should speak it, I guess. Just
My-
kidding,
my-
I'm only an 8th.
Yeah, fair enough. My relatives are from like Austria and like England and some parts and stuff. So I honestly I would probably fit in quite well with my pale skin in Germany, but well, I can't speak the language.
It's not
so
fair. It's not fair that
I
we,
can- I
we
can
live in
understand
NA,
bits and
Chad.
pieces, but-
You get English like forced down your throat in all the other European countries, it seems.
Yeah, they no, I've been to Germany before when I was in high school. I went with my family and we met some people that were my age at the time. Again, I was in like grade 8, and it was funny. They knew like traditional British English, so anything that was slang, they had no idea what we were talking about. So
Oh, yeah.
I remember saying like gotcha at one point, and they're like, "What is gotcha?" It's like, oh boy, we got a lot to learn, a lot to teach you.
I feel like half of my communication with people is just slang, or specifically my friends and everything. But yeah, like even our producer just speaks like 3 languages and is just so casual about it. Interesting. Cultural differences there. I think I'm only gonna know English forever. It's a pretty lazy
we'll see.
approach.
Maybe I think one day I'll try and fit another one in, but I got enough on my plate at the moment. So, well, we will see the resume being called for. So, back into the game here. Round 18 will be another save round from the T side, and they're hoping that they would get a bomb plant in the last round, and again, saving in the last one plus a bomb plant would have resulted in the same as getting a pissed around bomb plant. But not going to be the case in Felser. Nice frag towards long A. He will fall back. It looks like just barely in time. Yeah, he gets around the corner, and some nice counter flashes coming out from the CT side. Not looking good as this long A rush will finally hit its mark, but well cut off by a Molotov, and just looking like sad times here for the alternate side. They find one, but, well, not much of a silver lining.
A lot of work needs to be done by alternate. If they give up this one, I mean, I gotta call it at that point. There's no way they're gonna win, 10 rounds in a row on that T side. It's a possibility, but just so unlikely. And when you only have a couple gun rounds to work with, you gotta go to your bread and butter right away. And see where Kiev wants to bring that AWP. It looks like they will go for the bathroom control. And this is where I'm going to get a lot of my answers. This is where I think Euronics is going to struggle to the entry fragging ability of both Tizian and Kiev, who are working together, taking slow control of the bathroom area. But playing 1-1 like this, it's a little dangerous, because these are fights that the Ts are going to be looking for on both the banana player as well as the long player.
Scrunk is still inside a connector. He's hopping around, checking towards the short tunnel. And I imagine Crisby is here in this, as he is at the bottom of ladder. So alternate with that info. Maybe they'll decide to pinch at some point. Again, Crisby is just holding that off angle, and eventually he drops Scrunk. So good start to the round. Alternate just playing patiently, and they are gifted a frag. Following it up, Failser. He goes down. 3-man does fire back, but advantage to the T side.
This is what I'm worried about. This bathroom area for Euronics. Next round, they will have better weaponry. As one of the guys had a MP and the other, I forget what Scrunk had. Or no, Failser had the Scout. This is Tizian had some sick movement. The Ops will be out in the next round. Ooh, that's a big loss. Kiev alone at the A bomb site. Nobody's going to be able to recover that op. That means no op for Kiev in the next round, whether or not alternate win this round. And finally, he's getting punished for those type of plays. He likes to go solo with the op, and that's pretty risky. As Otto goes 1 for 1 here, he's trying to make his retreat. Quickly caught out by Tizian, but it's David, the top fragger of Euronics. He's got a chance.
He doesn't have a kid, so doesn't have a lot of time. Puts a lot of damage into Kazuya as he hops towards short, but of course that gives the T's plenty of information as to where he's at. Nice flash coming in from Kazuya, buys him some more time, and they only have flashes at this point, so we're just going to see flash after flash, I imagine, from alternate to try and continuously put him off. And actually, a kid is recovered, so that'll give him a bit more of a shot here. But he hasn't tapped the bomb, and that will allow alternate to play fairly conservatively, and looks like David will just run on away. So alternate, they will stick in this match, or in this map rather. Again, they are up a map, so cash would be on the horizon if Euronics can close. But like you had stated, if alternate didn't put up good fight there and win the round. We probably would have been seeing that fairly soon, that third map that is, but they win that one. So maybe they can string the comeback together here.
Lucky dog, Kiev. As Kazuya just had barely enough, just the right amount, 4750. He's willing to have no utility. Oh, he does bring a flashbang in just to get that op over onto Kiev. I thought there's no way they're going to get an op, but just barely enough money. An alternate, just going to continue their press towards this bathroom area. I do think they will go up the stairs instead of out towards the short. So the way I see this going down is alternate are going to hit this area until Euronics prove that they could stop it cold. Otherwise, these entries just so good so far. One more attempt as it's Tizian versus Failzer. There's the entry. And this is it, Chad. Like, Euronics need to figure something out at this bathrooms area because it'll happen all day. This is Tizian's zone.
Oof. Yeah, Otto and David, they're going to fall next. And not a good look here. Alternate, they've still got the bomb down way back towards T-spawn, but they've got quite the advantage. Skrunk is getting aggressive in bathrooms, but he needs to frag out huge here. He's lost his teammate, so he's all alone, and he will be blindsided. So Team Ace got everybody putting in a frag on the T side, and well, 12-8, they will force a save here. Should be just a single one, as again the loss bonus building up for that CT side, but alternate would be nice for them if they can build up a little bit more bank and again put another one on the board. Will be 12-9.
I wouldn't mind Euronics taking a pause in this next round and just discuss an answer to this bathroom pressure, because it's not like alternate is going super fast, so fast that they'd be susceptible to heavy counter aggression. Say Euronics put like 3 players brushing long or short or something like that. Good pop flash in the monster area from Euronics, though. Allows 3 minute frag and able to get out of there. David K! Two of them, just one after the other, and now Otto follows it up, and that is probably the game. David K made it look so easy with the D.
Yeah, 3 frags. I think got an assist on one as well. Sick work with the Deagle towards the B bomb site, and yeah, that could be the map right there. He's up to 22 frags. And well, there will be a buy for the T side. Again, they had the luxury at least to put in another rifle round here, but look at this. 4
They're gonna
AKs
do it
on the
again
T side.
versus guns this time. This is a headstrong approach from alternate.
Right, like you're gonna deny us on that round. Well, do it again with rifles, and then maybe we'll stop. But they drop an incendiary, and that will force alternate to put the brakes on things. Flash comes out, and Freeman, he's able to mow down 2. Kiev does trade, but they still have another to deal with. Otto, it's good for 1, so it's gonna be a 2-on-3. They still have Sprung towards toxic barrels, and as long as he can stay alive here, he doesn't put Kazuya down. But will allow some time for a rotation.
Man, that duel. Skrunk, both of them should have killed each other, but Kiev going all the way around to the other side. Looks like Kazuya will join him. But how headstrong of an approach is that from alternate? They're going to go into the B again, but this time there's guns. And the exact same thing happens with the pop flash. It's like that play, it's so unexpected because of how dumb that it seems, because you just got shut down with pistols. It's going to probably look worse with rifles, but that's the idea behind it for alternate, is that they're never going to expect us to do it again. But I'm surprised they've left the A bomb site open. I mean, a free plant here is massive.
Sprunk rotates in time to get killed. Kiev was posted on that location, so not a very effective trade, considering now it's a very winnable 2-on-2. Granted, there's a lot of utility on the CT side, but we'll see what happens here. Rotating through bathrooms, Kazuya and Kiev just gonna stay shoulder to shoulder, and this is a risk that they're taking, the fact that they've rotated all the way around. But, well, we can see it's worked out as the CTs are not on the site yet. They've used all, or not all their utility, 2 smokes, so those are the important ones. They're gonna drop 1 on the bomb here. And that's Kazuya's turn to peek, and they go 1 for 1 for 1. Kiev, in the end, gets the damage dealt. So 3 on the round for him, and 2 on the round for Kazuya. They complete the round, and he definitely favored Euronics, but until the situation where Skrunk went up there, again, they were looking good, but created a 2-on-2, and it wasn't winnable.
Yeah, both teams making some strange decisions. Alternate doubling up on the B bomb site. Yeah, it's unexpected because it seems like a bad play, but they got punished for that. And then Euronics in the 3-on-2, like in a 2-on-2, maybe you give up the A bomb site completely, but on a 3-on-2, I think it's worth it to have just at least one player inside the A bomb site, because there was a ton of time that goes by in a 2-on-2 as we have a nice little boost coming out from the playground area. But on the 2-on-2, yeah, I understand if you don't want to dedicate 1-1, because then you probably just get traded out. But on 3-on-2, there's definitely reason to have one of the players at the other bomb site.
So we'll see what happens on the follow-up here, as Euronics have no money. Honestly, the T side doesn't either, so swing round in effect, and the 3-man going down first and foremost. Kiev picks up an op frag towards long, and he's going to follow it up onto David. So Kiev has been so impactful in this best of 3 thus far, and they can take this map. It's definitely a lot of credit going his way, as he's tagged down to 2 hit points, so someone else is going to have to take the lead here as Crisby takes down Scrunk. Scrunk getting aggressive towards A middle, and well, not a good look, as Otto is now left in a 1v5, and we will see a timeout being called for the CT side. And I agree with it. Talk about what's going wrong here, as, well, there's a lot of problems.
I mean, the call is we got to figure out a way to stop getting wrecked at the A bomb site. Another thing that alternate aTTaX has going for them is by no means is it guaranteed that on the gun rounds they're going to go towards the bathroom area, because of the play that was just made towards B after they followed it up their loss at B with another rush towards B. So it's not like Scrunk can just call a hard counter to the slow A, because that danger is still there towards the B side. But what's the answer for Euronics? Either somebody's just got to win the duel versus Kiev or Tizian when the entry is made. But another thing that Alternate has going for them is the trades that they're making towards the bathroom area. Whenever the frag comes out from the Euronics side, Alternate's always getting one back at him. You can't have that happen in the bathroom area. But then, if you go for the aggression, you might run into the op of Kiev. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. But they got to try something at this A side, because Alternate's just winning it all day. And that's what I was worried about from the jump. Oh, I've just been informed that Chad snuck off on me. Left me out hanging to dry. I suppose I was getting some notifications about it, but I was just blabbering away with my analysis. I hope you guys are enjoying it, as this is the lower bracket action of our closed qualifier. I'm Laser Jesus, of course. You can follow me on Twitter at Laser Jesus. My co-caster, Sprawl, at Sprawl with 2 L's. Even though I shouldn't be plugging him when he just abandons me mid-match like this. But yeah, just reiterate, the big problem is Alternate at the bathroom area. They're able to take that without too much worry. And Euronics, they haven't figured out an answer to the bathroom area. And that's what this match is going to come down to. The op of Kiev doing a bunch of work. And did I hear you, Chad?
Potentially. Maybe.
All right.
Snuck off on me,
slide dog.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm like the kid in the back of the class that just tried to like sneak out in the midst of session. Anyhow, didn't work out.
You get pointed out by the professor.
Yeah, exactly. So anyhow,
I was more of the sleeper. Like, I tried my damnedest to stay awake, but
I'm actually utilizing a skill that I didn't think that I would use in my adult life, where now that every once in a while I have to go on a long flight, the whole like putting your head on your arm, like we used to have silent reading in some like my English classes and such in high school, and I would put my head on my arm and put my book on my lap, and then you just like, kind of like fall asleep in your arm and it looks like you're reading. So anyhow, that's the exact position that I can sleep on planes. It's great. That's my story.
Right. I'm just thinking about like plane etiquette, like how I get to sleep. I don't sleep unless I get control of both armrests or I get a window seat. Otherwise, I'm screwed. And then there's always that guy next to you who you're battling for the back of the armrest, because obviously that's the only part of the armrest that matters.
Oh, definitely.
Anyways, we're in the match. Yeah. We're on an eco
Struggle.
round. Here we go.
We got a single flash on Scrunk, and well, we can see the setup. They're looking to pounce towards a middle, and at the moment, Alternate, they are not entering that real estate at all. So looking good thus far for the T side. And if they actually approach from the long A angle, oh, it is a massacre. Tizian with 2, and the plan falls apart. Scrunk now needs to worry about long A. He eventually flashes for his teammates, but it's not going to work out at all. So that is, again, sad, sad times. Scrunk legged, and he will limp away. And, well, he couldn't go far. That Pokeball was coming for him.
Not much utility at all used that round. So alternate, growing damn near the maximum that you can. As often, even when you survive with 5, you'll have to spend, you know, a K or so just getting all those nades on board. Not the case here for alternate, and that's fantastic for them because they do have that 1-round buffer before Euronics would reach that tie point. They definitely could use that economy here, and I see no reason for alternate to stop going slowly towards this A bomb site. But it hasn't been established 100% that that's the only bomb site they're hitting, so it's not like Euronics can warrant putting 3 players or maybe even more towards the A side. But how do they stop giving up the entries? It looks like their answer is to just give up the bathrooms area. And when I see teams do this, it's a little worrisome for me because, I mean, when that's your answer, like, so much of CT overpass is dictated in the bathroom area and just your ability to fight back and not give it up for free. So to give it up for free and just relinquish it like that, it's worrisome. It is an answer, but it seems like there's doubt in the head of Euronics if that's your answer.
Yeah, definitely worrying, as you stated. As if alternate, if their take on the A is solid, if it's with plenty of smokes and such, they should be able to get a bomb plant and get a post plant almost for free. So we'll see if that turns into the situation. As Kazuya falls first, 3-man, I believe that was through the plywood towards short. Yeah, actually into the squeaky door. So good start for the CT side. They've got no counter nades for whatever else is thrown their direction. There's 30 seconds remaining. I guess, to be fair, I didn't mention David does have some nades, but he's on A. So hence why I neglected it. Tizian does find an entry on a 3-man, and Tizian's going to follow it up. So like you had stated, 2 entries on the 4-on-5, and they find themselves in an advantageous position. Make it a 3-on-3 as Scrunk fires back, but the bomb's now down.
This is a big, big round for Euronics here. And they're going to make the retake happen, coming up from the graffiti. The post plant, really nice looking from alternate. Well, I guess Crispy's not in position to assist anybody else. Now he's going to have to get lucky, try to find that player defusing, but he has to avoid getting traded off in the meantime, and Euronics make it happen on the 3-on-4 retake. In alternate, I mean, it was 3-on-5 actually, because Tizian just found those 2 clean entries. I was going to point out that giving up the bathrooms area makes that your rotate a bit longer, or your flank, if that you're going to try that, but there's like no intel at the bathrooms area for Euronics. They don't end up getting punished for it because the retake was so solid. But now if you're alternate, you're thinking, like, we're doing everything right at the start there, like we should have been able to close, and all of a sudden Euronics. The silver lining still is they could hit a hard reset here, and then we'd have like one final gun round to decide who's going to win it. But that all starts with alternate winning this one.
Here we go. Alternate, can they step up to the plate here, as it's looking like a very close map number 2. We've got Searson has lurked his way up onto the catwalk area towards B. It's behind the sandbags, similar to what we saw Scrunk do in the last half. He was dealt with without any damage being dealt the other way. So we'll see if Searson can be a little bit better in that spot, as he's hoping someone gets aggressive. But I don't think he is going to find that luxury, as we can see. Again, Euronics playing just on the A-bomb site in alternate. This is the round where they will figure that out. They've pushed up through bathrooms. They've got control of long A, and with 50 seconds still remaining, that is plenty of time to smoke out this A-bomb site and potentially get a planted. 3-man goes down to Searson. So that sandbag play works out. Otto falls as well, and Searson, that's one way to open up the bomb site, and he's got the bomb carrier with him as well. So the lone man team, at least for the moment, he does go down, so it's up to the 4 remaining players. 4-on-3 for alternate.
Scrunk, oh, he ate a lot of damage, and Kazuya will put him down. David, he's rushing up the short area though, but Keeve not gonna have a repeat of the last round. Keeve's getting a lot of flack right now, but let's not forget the guy has been crushing the rest of the map. Sure, his last round was rough. But now comes this situation I was describing. Hard reset coming in from Euronics. Then we'll have it a scoreline of 14-14. And it doesn't get any closer than that. Alternate, you have no idea what they're going to do here because everything is working. Yeah, Euronics won one of the recent rounds, but that was from a dreadful situation that they managed to make it work. Like, Alternate's entries have been too powerful for Euronics to deal with. Like, there's been a lot of retakes that Euronics had to do. So they got to stop giving up those entries. But how do you do that when you got people... Now even Searson's coming up with the entries.
Looks like we got a dot problem being called here for the CT side. Felser had a high ping there for the moment, but it looks like it has been brought down to normal. So we'll see what's going to transpire there. But again, winning that round, massive. The fact that Euronics brought that op into this round gives them a solid shot, like we had stated in the last half, where there was an eco with a single AWP. This is a map where you can definitely find a lot of angles to take early fights, and, well, of course, if you win one of those duels, then you give your team a decent shot. So we'll see if they can work off of it, but again, Alternate, they have put themselves in an excellent spot, and the fact that they will be moving into that potentially last rifle round to decide the map, and they have the momentum, that can't be underrated.
So is Euronics going to invest anything into this? Because looking at the money, I mean, 2 players at 16, we add 19 to that. It'll be tempting to buy in the round to follow. But now that we see a little bit more invested, it does make me believe that Euronics will just go for the double save. And yeah, definitely. Now that Strunk is just down to 900. Wow. They're investing a lot more than I thought. But since they are going for the double save, that won't be a problem. It'll come down to 14-14. Let's not forget, though, Euronics did win an eco round when Alternate decided to switch it up and rush towards B. So by no means is this round a freebie, but theoretically, if things go the way they should, it would be 14-14 and then a slight edge towards Alternate because of the economic advantage that they'll have. But they lost an eco before, and they're going towards B. This is familiar, Chad.
Here we go. Failser, what can he get done as he's the man with the bigger weapon? And Keeve's already posted on his angle, finds the early shot, and that op is not recoverable. So decent flash from Scrunk. He buys them some time, but no one peeks off of it, so doesn't gain them much of an advantage outside of David showing up towards heaven and Alternate just swarming the bomb site. Scrunk finds one, but the fire will prevent him from peeking any further here, so they should be able to get the bomb down. Let's see who it's on. It's on Tizian. He's actually just posted on the bomb site watching towards short. So recognizing that there's probably a player towards short, which he's correct about. That's 3 men. You'd rather just wait it out and see if the player's going to sprint through. And eventually when he does plant the bomb, that's definitely the case. So Searson drops him. And again, we have a very close second map on our hands here. Euronics, again, like you'd stated, buying into that last round. You get very low money in this one, so they'll save one more, and we'll see it 14-14 for all the marbles.
Yeah, and of course, again, slight advantage to Alternate in that situation, because if they were to lose the 14th round, they'd still be able to buy, whereas Euronics, not so much. Would have like 3, maybe, a decent amount of loss bonus. And little side note as well, Alternate, they weren't afraid of going to be on that anti-eco because they baited the pop flash play coming out. That time Kyiv was super ready for it. And that's what the trouble has been for Alternate when they've gone B at the beginning part of the round. Let's see what Euronics can gather out of this. I mean, it's one of those spots where even if you get so many kills, there's just not enough time in the match where you can really dig into that Alternate economy. All you could really hope for is either the win or to bring some weapons into the next one, both of which don't look good as Searson surviving with 2.
Yeah, getting into a bit of a squeaky door fight there as they both kind of open the door, and well, Searson like closes it onto the CT, and then it finally opens and he finds the frag, so that will be that. 4 on 3 as the T's, they're working a bit of bathrooms control with Tizian, but it looks like they're going to pull him back towards connector, and the bomb on Kazuya, yeah, he's going to head down the ladder, so he'll group up with the team as well, and considering their positioning, no way they're headed back to A here. Euronics do have 2 defenders, so maybe they can make this work, but with the Deagle and CZ75, gotta hit these shots on their way in, and, well, Otto starts it off on the right note here, and they do have to dedicate straight to the bomb plant. Otto finds another 3-man, denies the bomb plant, and it's only Kiev. It's been very impactful, but he's got to find this frag so quickly. He's got 4 seconds to do so, looking for the up and over, but he can't spot him. Finally kills him with like 1 second remaining. That was absolutely ridiculous. Kiev, MVP.
Bow down. Everybody saying bot Kiev. Get out of here. He got it done.
Right.
He saved the day in the end. 1-on-2. With that little time left, I was so worried for alternate. Maybe it's time to stop going B on Ecos. Yeah, you're winning the rounds, but it's getting way too close over there.
What a round. That was ridiculous. And yeah, right down to the very wire, as there's no time left on the clock there. Euronics almost winning due to that, but Kiev with the deny. So 14-14, again, gotta favor the T-side considering they have all the momentum, and alternate looks like they're going to be approaching the bathrooms area, and I think they've recognized at this point that there is no bathrooms present, so not a bad way to start. That being said, Searson dies towards B, so their lurk player has been dropped, and no damage exchanged either, so good start for the CTs.
So is this the right adjustment from Euronics just to give up the bathrooms area? As David has been spotting jumping out in the bomb site. Now it's going to come down to the entries. Player advantage from Euronics. But again, it's been Tizian and Kiev. The big problems for Euronics. Whenever the A play has been made. No op for Euronics to contest with. I wouldn't mind them just kind of keeping long, well isolated. But it's going to be a 2-2 split. Not necessarily for the match, but more so for Euronics, because alternate will still be able to buy if they drop this, but here they come into the bomb site. Tizian leading the charge, the entry, he will complete it. And he's got to be the man to plant the bomb too. More smoke's going down in the bomb site, but the entries are there.
Kiev goes down, aggressively peeking. Zuya finds Scrunk, so 3-on-3, but these players are on the low end of things. Crisby has to come up big as he had full hit points. 3-man puts him down. It's Tizian 1v2. His entries have been solid, and he will create a 1v1. Otto is going to be lurking up from the bathrooms area. Tizian off towards Optimus. His position is known. Otto's going to be creeping out here. Finds the frag. And the 15th round for Euronics. Close round there, but the CTs, they were able to commit 4 players to A because Otto was standing in tracks. Like he had walked through Monster Tunnel. He pushed all the way through B. So he knew that that push was going to be the case unless they decided to just fly through Squeaky Door and Connector and come short, but he had eyes on that as well. So Euronics, they are able to hold, but we can see how hard it is for them to hold. Even in that scenario where they had 4 players there, it was up to their flanking player to actually close it out. So we'll see. Maybe alternate can punish that, but we'll actually see a pushed up play here from the CTs this time around. So interesting stuff as we see the 30th round going live.
They're going to make their way towards the A side. Bathroom aggression, this time called by Scrunk, and the immediate fallback towards the B bomb site. Euronics, they give up a player towards B, but Scrunk has the read on the situation. If they were going to come A, it would have been early. So they're going to instantly go towards this B side. And is the rotation fast enough? Otto, he's actually behind the T's. The bomb just about to go down in the site, just 2 up for Euronics.
Looking like we're going to see overtime here unless Failser can come up huge. Kiev taking down Scrunk. And on the 1v4, it's not looking likely, but that's a good start. 2 frags for Failser here, and he does have a kid. He's got some utility as he flashes towards short. Creates a 1v1. It's now Kiev versus Failser, and this would be a massive round to pick up to close out the map for Euronics. Give them a lot of momentum, but Kiev puts him down.
Just breaking hearts
the dream. That's exactly what he's doing. Again, those 2 rounds now. That round and then the one where we saw him deny that timeout. So we got some overtime here.
He did have one where if he didn't fail in the round, then it would have been over. But he got 2 out of 3 of those situations that pretty much decide who wins the map. So you can't call him bot Kiev just yet. But yeah, on into overtime. I gotta give the edge to alternate. couple of the strategies in the end, like I don't feel like they're abusing their A strength enough like they were at the beginning. At Skrunks, he's making some nice adjustments too. Even though Euronics lost that round, we saw bathroom aggression before the take was really called. Euronics was already committing to the hard B retake, or rotating those players there early. And I think that's a lot to do with Skrunk's ability to read the situation, but it's a lot to micromanage at that A bomb site.
Yeah, certainly. And again, playing passive the way they did, you're kind of hoping that the T's get over-aggressive, push their own smokes, and give you some fights, because if they don't, again, it's very easy for the T side. Less so than when the map initially came out. Again, it used to be that it was so easy to just smoke strat onto the A-bomb site, but post-plants were actually really hard to hold. Planting was easy. Now it's been balanced out a little bit, but still... the CT side, if you play towards Optimus or towards Bank Truck, there is ways that you can deny the bomb plant, obviously, but generally you have to put yourself in a fairly risky position to do so. So that's, again, why we highlight if a CT side team is not playing aggressive towards A, but again, like you had stated, in that last round, after they won the 1v1 with Auto, they decided to get aggressive just to throw another look towards the Ts, but... like you were stating as well, though, I would say alternate would be at the advantage moving into overtime here, as again, not their map choice, and they've done decent on the T side, enough so that, again, you would expect maybe that Euronics could have been able to close it out considering their T front, but not the case. And if you guys are new to overtime, the format, you play 3 rounds on either side. The winning round count would be 19. If we see 18 on either side, we will go to another overtime, and we will continue that way until we find a winner. So, again, $10,000 on either side to start off each half, and the only real time that you'll see like a force buy, like an upgraded pistol buy of some sort, is if the CTs lose 2 rounds in a row. But otherwise, you usually see full equipment, and it's always interesting to note what teams will go with. Just moving right into overtime, sometimes you'll see if a team is comfortable playing a double op, they'll go for that because they have the money to do so. Something you wouldn't see in regulation, just because if it's not that that reliable of a play, it's something that, again, you break it out in overtime because you want to have that kind of variety come into play. But regulation, if you don't have that economy, it's not something that you can always dive into. So we'll see what Euronics goes for, as we're just waiting for these players to ready up. We're taking a bit of a break, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is.
Right. Stay
to be
planted. Stay seated. In between maps, it's always been a goofy part about Counter-Strike is there's no real cut and dry, like what the procedure is. Like, sometimes players will just randomly take breaks in between overtimes. Like, I guess we all just respect each other's bladders, and that's the important part.
I suppose so, right? As long as they're not abusing it, doing other things. Just like, I just gotta make a sandwich real quick. Don't worry. I play better when I'm not hungry.
You make
like
a phone call. It better be like necessities.
Right. But it looks like they are finally readying up. And we'll bring up the fact that, again, we got that giveaway still going on, our Intermax giveaway. So make sure you guys check that out. Got a power supply, liquid cooler, some other fun stuff, some Vegas fans inside of there. Got a nice case as well. Again, if you're looking to build a new PC, that's quite a few of the components that you would already be looking into. So again, check out that giveaway. It's right below the channel. You can click on the link or just go to giveaway.gorgn.me. And again, it's a Gleam giveaway format, so there's a lot of different social media actions you can take to get multiple entries. So again, we appreciate the support, and we'd like to give you some free stuff. So one lucky winner will be chosen on the 17th of June. So we're almost there. Almost there. I can't believe we're June already. It's ridiculous, but...
Right. I assume you've already seen the Warcraft movie?
No, I haven't. I have not.
You're gonna go, though, right, Chad?
I'm gonna go see it. I will, but...
I'm acting like I'm not going to, but I'm going to. I don't even know what the story they're gonna follow or anything.
I think it'll be neat. I don't know. Yeah, for the people, I feel like the classic people where like you're super into the lore in a different, like if we throw it to any of the other, like maybe Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, those kind of classic series where the books are generally the reference point that the movie's supposed to be following, generally speaking, people get disappointed. And it's because their imaginations are way better than the film crews in that what they can actually put out in the form of what they can actually show in the movie. Again, sometimes the things that aren't stated in the book are the craziest things that you've created in your imagination, right? So it's interesting how that translates, and again, 100% of the time you're going to have disappointed people no matter how good you make the movie, so I'm curious. It looks like people are responding fairly well to it. I like the fact that if you guys are unaware, you can type in Twitch chat just /Horde or /Alliance, and you get a little emblem beside your name. I'm for the Horde, of course, but anyhow,
yeah,
we'll see.
A friend texted me asking me to go. I questioned him, and then I agreed to go. So I'm going. And I haven't picked a side yet. Like whenever I did play, I was more so on the Horde side. You gotta go with the Horde. My first guy was I didn't know what I was doing, and so I did a Night Elf Priest. And that was a mistake. But this is the last time I'm ever going to talk about World of Warcraft on stream, unless it is. Do you still play, Chad?
No, I haven't played in a little while.
Well,
I've been playing
some MMO.
I've been playing EVE a little bit, but playing is not really a good term for it. I've been checking in every once in a while to update my skill trees and keep, like, the game is essentially like a skill tree simulator in that a lot of the cool stuff that you want to, like, use on your ship, you just need to have the high enough skill level to do so, and it just takes time. That's it. So, anyhow, I'm just, like, consistently racking up skills for, at some point, I will build an army and the fleet I will command will rule some skies or space or something.
I see.
Like
I
that,
just can't do MMOs anymore. It's like it's a problem for me. If I start playing an MMO, like it will seriously affect my life. Back when I was trying to be competitive back in Counter-Strike or first getting into it, like it's that crack, man. It took me away for a good 6 months, a whole summer, and I could have been fragging. Who knows if it would have made the difference. All right, this is getting a little extreme now. Maybe we got to get on these guys, as we could still potentially see another map coming up. And if you're just joining us, I'll restate what I had. The whole game so far has been alternate entry fragging ability. Euronics has stayed in it via some nice clutches, and also alternate attacks. Kyiv, he's been the main decider and the main X factor, and the reason that alternate attacks has been able to stay alive in it. I see no reason for alternate not to take control of the bathroom area, because they've been 100% at doing it. Finishing off the round is a little different. Sometimes they'll lose Searson towards the B side, and that can get a bit tricky. But I'd be really shocked if alternate attacks just go towards B. But that would be the unexpected play.
Here we go. Comes down to this overtime, whether or not we're going to see map number 3, of course, as this is map number 2, alternate attacks, looking to find the 2-0 victory. And initially, we'll see Searson towards B. Heavy connector play here. Kyiv is going to be lining up with that off to cover his teammates as they slowly creep on up. Crisby, the only one towards the fountain area. So, interesting look. And Euronics, they're taking aggressive control of the short B area. And we'll see how this pans out as Kazuya is looking to flash out. And Threeman's in a position where... Okay, Otto is able to help him out. 2 for Otto. And make it a 3rd. So excellent hold towards short. As there is a player that's made his way out monster. So that is excellent. But Otto, what a flash. Seriously, I don't think his position is known. So maybe they can find some sort of success here.
Double peek. Great teamwork by Euronics. Just instant. And they try to go towards the B side.
Otto actually aced that round. Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that at the end. Nicely done by Otto, and he won the round for him right at the beginning. Alternate decide to go towards the B area and try to commit to short, but the calls of Euronics, they seem to have a good idea of what alternate want to attempt. But I'm just a bit bewildered because of if you're getting bathrooms control for free, and once you're allowed to execute with 5 onto that A bomb site when there's 3 players at B for Euronics, like, I just think alternate's straying away from their main strength on the map, which is that entry fragging ability, and I think it's more difficult to be consistent coming into the B bomb site entering than the A side.
Yeah, I would have to agree, and I think they will work towards A this time around. You got 3 players about to peek their heads out of connector. And again, the CTs are giving up bathrooms control. So alternate, it kind of depends how quickly they figure out that there's nobody around. As if it's soon, and they've got plenty of time to set up some sort of execute if they do want to make that work. So last time we saw this, we did see Auto actually push through the B bomb site. No one's getting that aggressive towards B this time around, so alternate, maybe they can make it work, as we will see Scrunk is getting aggressive towards the smoke. He's going to flash his way through, and he stopped Crisby. I don't think Crisby noticed this. Okay, they turn around and start spamming. Scrunk goes down for free, and the ninja play does not work out. Tizian with the entry, and it is falling apart here.
Sick flash thrown by somebody. I didn't even catch where it came from, but it did blind the whole side of alternate momentarily. So far, everybody getting in the mix from alternate. Might even get a team ace here. Just Kazuya needs one. And if we see that round, that's what happens when you give up bathroom control for free. If you allow the T's to have a free execute like that. So that's why I was just all the more confused. Why alternate just didn't do that right away. Because if I can culminate the whole map and what's been going on when Euronics is on the CT side, it's that the bathroom is the problem. So in overtime, you only have 3 different strats to try, and you might as well go with what's been working the most more often in these final rounds. But they're gonna go for it again, so it seems this time more pressure from Euronics in that bathroom area, and they're gonna try to hold a little bit more aggressive, but the entry frags have been on point for alternate.
Looking at that boost up towards playground again here, as boosting on the slide. And, well, there's an interesting way of going about things, as you can peek past fountain into the bathrooms a little bit. So, again, interesting boost there, as we'll see no success out of it, but you at least clear out that spot, as we'll see them move forward. And we do see Scrunk is very aggressive at the bottom of ladder. Crisby is going to be watching the top here, so I don't know if they actually exchange stairs or something to that effect, but well, they're both primed on each other's positions, so we'll see which one is less patient, as it might be the CT purely because the entry frag comes towards the T side. But Scrunk eventually making his way up, and Crisby's nowhere to be found. That being said, we'll see how Searson comes into play here. Scrunk could have an optimal timing, and it's going to be the case. He takes down Crisby from behind and creates a 3-on-3.
Tizian's been doing work in the bathrooms, though. Scrunk's gonna try to maintain position on the bomb, but Tizian seems to have a good idea that Scrunk could be coming on the flank. Now he will know as Scrunk takes the fight with his teammate. Searson, in the meantime, onto Otto. Scrunk needs to hang on, and he's not gonna be able to do it. So just Threeman. Wow, they don't have a lot of time at all. He's got to book it to this A bomb site. Ooh, they're gonna go towards B. This is gonna get really close. You know what? I don't think they have time.
10 seconds to put this bomb down.
Just
Again, you
enough.
need it. Oh, literally just barely. If you're Threeman, you are quite pissed that you decided to head back towards A. And of course, now this 1v3 even harder as he's on his way in, and that fire stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, gotta wait it out. And with precious seconds, these are all seconds that Threeman needs to be clearing angles with, trying to find 1v1s. He does spot out Searson, alternate, not afraid to peek off of each other, and what do you know? 100% at the A bomb site, not so at the B bomb site. Alternate should have won that half 3-0 in my eyes.
Alternate will at least come out with 2, and that gives them a great shot moving forward. Again, being that it is a CT-sided map, you got to think when you have that smaller sample size, just 3 rounds on either side. If you're coming out on a 2-1 on the T front, you've done great work. So it has been a bit of a T-sided map, to be fair. I think it was 9-6 for either half in regulation. So it's not that Euronics haven't been good on the T front, but after they've taken a little bit of kind of bullying here, if you will, they've been put down, and again, now they're behind the opponent. So we'll see if they can keep their heads in the game. I imagine Scrunk pep talking the crew right now. And again, it's not like they've looked bad on the T front, so they certainly have a shot here. And this is what I was talking about before we moved into the first half of overtime. We'll see a double op look here. Searson gonna pick it up with Kiev.
Kiev has been so hungry for these opening frags towards the A side, and oh man, Euronics They're going towards B quickly. It looks like there are 3 people here for alternate. How fast are they going to go? It's a straight-up monster rush.
Oh my
He
god,
gets the double.
collateral.
Searson, that is just so bad for Euronics. He peeks out crazily, and then Kazuya follows it up with another, falling apart for Euronics.
Oh man, the kamikaze cannon just dives in front of them, but we will see them bring it back to a 2-on-3, but it's not looking good. Freeman now in a 1v3, and he will be dropped from Crisby. I still can't believe that worked out as well as it did. Searson just gets one shot, and he's got nothing but player models in front of him. Lands the collateral, goes down thereafter, but a beautiful effort, as we'll see. 1 round away for an alternate. Euronics, they're now fighting for a double overtime.
This game is so silly sometimes. The play that should not work, like he should get 1 maximum, probably none, for how crazy that peak was. And you imagine how scared he is. Like, he peeks and the whole team is there, just hiding in the... Obviously, he couldn't miss because he had there's just nothing else to really shoot at. So, all-around crazy play from Searson, and he has put the op down. He knows it's not going to happen again.
And we'll see Crisby and Kiev both trying to boost up onto this block here. Oh, they're going for a double boost on top of this. How high does that get you? Interesting. So they actually peek up and over the smoke that way. That's super cool. And they throw the smoke themselves towards the bathroom's exit, and that allows them to do that boost up and over. Very, very cool stuff. Try that one at home, as we'll see Tizian follow it up, and it looks like this should be it. 3-on-5. Alternate 1 round away.
Who's got to make the play? We've seen Otto and David have some pretty nutty stuff. More so with the pistols. They seem to be so deadly. And trying to make their last stand up towards this B site. Another boost play coming out from alternate. Yeah, I think Otto just got spotted out by Searson. Any more frags without trades for Euronics probably means the end of the match. As another smoke goes down. Searson continuing to shroud himself. He does have a teammate at the back by the toxic barrels. Tizian avoiding the first flash. Oh, he might get caught out here. He's burning. Yeah, 40 HP. Could find some room to work with from Euronics, but that's going to be it. 3 men, last man to go down. Alternate taking it in overtime. And all they had to do was go A, Chad.
Yep. Alternate aTTaX are able to close it out 2-0. It looked like Euronics were going to be able to take us to a third map, but just were not able to close on the CT side after having a great T side start. So that's going to be that. Moving forward is alternate aTTaX. Euronics will drop out of the closed qualifier. Again, Group C now only has 1 match to be played out. That's Alpha Gaming versus alternate aTTaX. So the winner of that will move on to the playoff bracket. The loser will drop out as well. So that match yet to be scheduled. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this matchup. I do believe, yeah, we have a matchup tonight here. I believe so anyhow. So it's going to be 10 p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. EST, Vault versus XL Esports. I guess that's X Mostly Harmless, if you guys remember them. So again, 10 p.m. EST. Hopefully you guys can tune in for that. More close qualifier action, again, in the North American region. But that is it for our European broadcast. Again, check out our giveaway right below the channel. We also have that referral code for Skinsanity if you're interested. And on top of that, you can follow us on Twitter at Sprawl for myself, 2 L's on the end, at LaserJesus for my good buddy here, and at RGN TV for future match updates. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you later.